General Berger, I have proof of Joe Biden's fraudulent appointment as Commander-in-Chief. That I would be Staff Sergeant Robert Allen Ratlusky, United States Army veteran, Social Security number 374-506794. You can check me out. Please do. And, because it's a fraudulent appointment, you should be able to have him court-martialed under the UCMJ. And that's why I'm here, to make sure you have that proof. Now, for those who don't know what General Berger did yesterday, I mean, this is according to, it's on the internet. It must be true on Gab. That Marines rebuked Defense Secretary, no mandatory vaccines for my Marines. So under no circumstances will Marines be compelled to take a potentially hazardous vaccination that the FDA won't even fully endorse. General Berger told Austin, that would be the retired general who's impersonating as the Secretary of Defense, because he doesn't have a proper oath of office, as I'll show you in a second. Right? Not that he couldn't be, he just didn't take proper oath of office. You are a coward and a traitor, manipulated by people pushing bad policy on the men and women who provide security to our nation. Neither you nor your puppet president has authority to enforce such a policy. Well, then do something, sir. Very good. I want to court-martial Joe Biden. All right, so let's get back to that here in just a second. Okie dokie. So, in the UCMJ, sir, it says under Article 83, fraudulent enlistment, appointment, or separation, any person who, number one, procures his own enlistment or appointment in the armed forces by knowingly false representation or deliberate concealment as to his qualifications for the enlistment or appointment and receives pay or allowances thereunder, or, and it goes on to number two, but we only needed number one, because that's what's happening, right? It's a fraudulent appointment because Joe Biden did not execute the proper oath of office to be the President of the United States of America, which is in the second article, right? The second article of the Constitution. Now, this is the Constitution I was given, sir, that said I'm supposed to protect and defend this Constitution. Okay, it says, before he enter on execution of his office, he shall take the following oath or affirmation. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Period. See, that's all in quotes, sir, right? That's the form of the oath that he's supposed to take. Please note that after the word I, there is no comma with parentheses, A-B, inside the parentheses. So you're not supposed to put a name in. And there is no "so help me God" at the end. There is no religious test attached to the second article oath. Now, bear with me, sir. We're going to have to go watch, right? Because I want to get this, get the proof on air. So hang on just a second here. Let's just listen to what happened.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
Office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Okay, sir. I'm sure that you heard it, right? Put the guy's name in, Biden's name in, and so help me God at the end. That was added to the oath, so he did not take the oath, execute the oath that's in the second article. So he's not the President of the United States. Period. And because he's not the President of the United States, he's impersonating as the Commander-in-Chief. All right, it's a fraudulent appointment. I don't know what else to say. It's really that simple. So if we could just stop right there, sir, you can call me and I'll file the paperwork, whatever you need. Send me a sworn statement form. Right, send me a JAG officer, whatever it is. Let me fill it out and get the show on the road. Or you could do it yourself. That would be even better. But it's just not the president, right? Here's the thing now. What about the Secretary of Defense? Or how about a congressman? Or how about a governor? Right? Because In the sixth article of that same Constitution, sir, it says the senators and representatives before mentioned and members of the several state legislatures and all ALL, all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office of public trust under the United States. Period. So give me just a second to show you that, sir. It's worthwhile. You know, if you're still watching, I guess you're interested. So hang on a second. One quick stop before we get there, sir. Now, I've always been told that our nation is governed by the Constitution. Yet, in 1991, a public law was passed, Public Law 102-14, where basically, whereas Congress recognizes the historical, traditional, ethical values and principles which are the basis of civilized society and upon which our great nation was founded, whereas these ethical values and principles have been the bedrock of society from the dawn of the civilization, when they were known as the seven Noahide laws. Well, we don't need to go any further for me, sir. I'm not in any nation that's governed by the Noahide laws. I'm a Christian. You cannot make me be in a frickin' nation that's governed by the Noahide laws, because Jews and Christians do not mix. It's like oil and water, right? A Jew would say that a Christian is a blasphemer, and under the Noahide laws, then would have the authority to, to kill me, basically. And I don't accept that. Right? I'm under the Constitution. Now, I understand that I've been taken out from under the Constitution, and they did this at birth, and they did it. I just did some videos on this. It's really interesting stuff, sir, but I'll just show you the links. You can look at them later. But basically, we've all been shanghaied out of the Republic and put into the democracy called the United States of America. We're not in the United States, or we're in the United States territorially, but we're not under the Constitution because we've been put into this private society that's acting like it's the government, right? And it is the government to its own society, but I have a right to be in it or not, and I don't want to be in it anymore. I didn't want to be in the first place, but they put us in, and it all starts with your birth records. More on that later, maybe. But basically, just to show you, so under the sixth article, all those people they mentioned, which would include people like the governor and the attorney general and the secretary of state and all the judges and justices and mayors and anybody who claims to hold a government office under the Constitution of the United States through the state has to have taken this oath. And this was in the very first law written or passed after the ratification of the Constitution, signed into law on June 1st, 1789 by General Washington, President Washington, where it's an act to regulate time and manner of administering certain oaths. And it says that the oath or affirmation required by the sixth article of the Constitution of the United States, right, that's the one that Biden just took an oath to, Constitution of the United States, that's what he said, shall be administered in the form following, to wit, I, A.B., here, there's that A.B., state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States. That's the oath that everybody in the sixth article is supposed to have taken. All right, senators, representatives, members of the several state legislatures, right, like state of Michigan, or Michigan's legislature, Ohio's legislature, all these state legislatures, right, your county boards, their legislatures, right, anybody who has a legislative office, all executive or judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support the Constitution, but no religious test shall be required as a qualification to any office of public trust under the United States. It's pretty simple, sir, but nobody's taken it. I've done many videos on this, sir. I've done hours and hours of research. I'm a subject matter expert on the fact that people are not taking this oath. Okay, and you can see that by just looking at like the congressional record. So here is the one for this last January after the elections, right, where this should have actually been done on the first day of the session, which had been the 3rd. But yeah, they're not getting around to it till I think, what is this, the 28th now. You'll find that we'll go ahead and put something in the record. And what they're going to say is that they're going to take this oath right here. Well, first they're going to adjourn for the day. See, we're done for today. On the 1st, we'll be back on until February 1st is when they're going to come back. right? And this is the oath or affirmation that they took after they adjourned. Right? I, A, B, do solemnly swear or affirm I'll support the Constitution and defend the Constitution of the United States, yada, yada, yada. You can read it yourself, right? But it has so help me God at the end, and it has their name in it. Well, this isn't the oath to satisfy the 6th article of the Constitution, sir. And actually, that's the oath that commissioned officers take, but it's also the oath that's in, what law is this? Section 1757. Several classes of officers. I forget what this comes out of. Statutes at large. That's not the statutes at large. Got some other name for it. But wherein it says, wherein any person who is rendered eligible to office by any provision of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution is elected or appointed to any office, honor, or trust under the government of the Constitution, and is not able to, on account of his participation in late rebellion, to take the oath prescribed in the preceding section, he shall, before entering his duties, take this oath. In other words, this is the oath that Confederate officers took after the rebellion to be able to hold an office in the state governments or in the federal government. It's the oath that's in 5 U.S.C. 3331. Well, that's what these people claiming to be state representatives are taking. And then it has all of them and their various names that they use to put on their documents. And, sir, they're not using full legal names, right? Danny K. Davis is no man's full legal name. Jesus G. Choi Garcia is no man's full legal name. They're not even putting their legal name on these documents. Well, that would make the document illegal. There's a reason people have legal names. And it's like that for every one of them. And then we go down a little bit further. Well, now that they've pretended to take one oath, let's pretend to take another to get classified information. And so now they're going to take another oath, and they're going to use these same aliases again. Or it could even be a little bit different. I don't even know if they're exactly the same. What I do know is that is the act of a spy, to hide your name to get access to classified information. So that's what's happening with Congress. That's what's happening with the governor, attorney general, so forth and so on. And the only reason it doesn't affect you, sir, is because, as it turns out, in I think it's 1947 or 48, when they started the Department of Defense, they took military officers out from being executive officers and made them military officers, made a new class office for you. So you don't have to take the oath that's under the satisfy 6 article of the Constitution. But the Secretary of Defense does. And all the members of Congress and the governors and the attorney generals and the state legislators and the judges and the justices. And, sir, I'm telling you, there ain't none of them doing it. We don't have a constitutional form of government. There is no democracy in the Constitution. The only thing in the Constitution is the frickin' republic. Republican form of government. It's in the 4th article. Well, that isn't what we have because nobody's taken an oath to satisfy the 6th article, so we have no constitutional officers. And it's done as a scheme, and you need to know it, and I'm telling you, and I hope that some officer watches this video and makes sure that you heard that I told you what's going on. Right? Because that's what's ruining this country, sir, and I don't need to tell you anymore. I'll go salute the flag now. Unless you have questions, I'm done. Right? But if you want to contact me, I am Staff Sergeant Robert Allen Rutluski, United States Army veteran. And yeah, I am a Q clearance holder. So let's leave it there. Quarter record at AOL.com, sir. Or you can call me, 616-712-6179. I hope to hear from you. All right. Y'all have a good day.